friends. I wanted to make you another video for this week because some of you are sending me pictures of your work when it's finished, which is awesome. If you're able to keep doing that, because it shows me how we're doing, and it showed me that this vocabulary activity that I had in the packet was kind of tricky and that some people had trouble with it, and that's okay. It's good for me to know that so that we can talk through it and I can show you the correct answers and maybe help you understand how these activities work a little better. So each one of these is a clue. Sometimes the clue is a definition. Sometimes the clue is an antonym, which means like the opposite. Sometimes it's a synonym, which is a word that means kind of the same thing. And sometimes it was more of a fill in the blank. So let's see if we can talk through these clues and figure out which word should go with that clue. So the first one says present tense of taught. So taught, I taught you a spelling word. That is something that happened in the past. So the present tense is when you are saying that it's happening now. Like I am teaching you right now. Teach is the present tense of taught. So if I peel this up, you can see I filled in teach, okay? So for the next one, we have that word antonym. Antonym of want. You might have heard, I know it's something they talk about like in the younger grades. Sometimes kids talk about the difference between a need and a want. Something you need versus something you want. So an antonym of want would be need. I might not need something, I might just want it. I don't need a brand new shiny car, I might just want one. Okay, so 7 days. If I look over here, another thing that's good to do is check that word bank. What in here makes you think 7 days? I know that there are 7 days in a week, so I think week is the answer for this one. All right, now let's look at the next one, the message or moral. So sometimes when we're reading a book, like a fairy tale, there might be a message or a moral or something that we need to learn from the book. And sometimes another word for that is the theme of the book. I stuck these a little too well now. It's hard for me to get them off. Okay, so DNA. DNA is if you haven't heard that word before, it has to do with studying genes, not like the blue jeans that you wear, but the genes that make us up as people, that make us unique, that make us all unique people. So DNA and gene with a G go together. Okay. Now here's that word synonym again. The synonym of mad. So another word for mad. Look at this word bank. What's another word for mad that's in here? Hopefully you said angry. If I'm angry, a synonym for how I'm feeling is mad. Angry. Okay. So let's look at the next one, to trace. So imagine that you saw a picture in a book that you really wanted to color in. And so you put a piece of paper over it and you traced it with your pencil. Then when you're done, you would have a copy of that picture, right? So to trace, to copy, those words are going together. That clue goes with that word. And then the next one was a fill in the blank. A book. So if you look at the choices, I guess you could say teach a book, but we did already use that word. So I'm going with read, to read a book. So talk, that's the only part of the clue we got on this one was talk. And so if you look at the word bank, you should be looking to see if one of these words go with the word talk. And speech, your speech is your talking. And so I'm going to say the word speech goes with talk. There you go. So speech. and then one of, to have one of something. So let's see, look at the word bank, and right away I see each. If I'm talking about each individual student in the class, there's just one of each person. So I'm gonna say each goes with this one, each, okay? So I hope that helps you understand this activity better. Go ahead and try the next part on your own, and then maybe I'll add a picture of those answers in a little bit so that you can see how you're doing. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.